Well, hello everyone, Texie88 here, and welcome to week 19 of 52 as we look at game number 19 of the Sega Genesis compilation Action 52, brought out by Active Enterprise in 1993. And now we've got another game that shares a title with an NES equivalent, Sharks. Now, on the NES equivalent, Sharks was just a dull underwater shoot 'em up in which you shot sharks and had to kill about 92 things or something ridiculous before you got bored out of your skull because you got fed up waiting for a shark to even show up to hit even in a or even show up in a place where you can actually hit it. So this is another one where reputation could potentially precede it. But then I thought the same about Billy Bob, which was the previous week's game, and that turned out to be radically different. Is that going to be the same case here, or is it going to be more of the same? And it looks like it's going to be the latter with better graphics. Oh, it's a bit bloodier than the NES equivalent. Okay, so it's got little harmless shoals of fish as well as the sharks, so that's a nice little touch. And you got the bubbles rising upwards, so got a little bit more polish than its NES counterpart. But other than that, it's just the same boring, slow-paced gameplay. And I'm waiting again. Oh, I'll turn around. I mean, this game wasn't interesting on the NES version. Why on earth would and that on an 8-bit machine? Why on earth did they think it was going to be any more endearing on a 16-bit machine with the same dull, repetitive gameplay that we've come to expect from this kind of thing? And also, I forgot to mention, there's another one with no title screen. Are they giving up on doing title screens for this, or is there going to be more which actually do? It just seems like it's whether or not they can actually be bothered to do a title screen. I mean, the NES version also had jellyfish appearing later, so I don't know whether there's going to be those as well in this version. But my word, this is boring. Bit of a squelchy sound when a shark dies. I bet Roy Scheider and Richard Dreyfuss and Robert Shawthor wished that a certain shark was as easy to defeat in the Jaws film. And look at the size of the sharks anyway. I mean, the diver I'm controlling is bigger than them. Oh, we've got different sharks now. Oh, God, that nearly got me. The problem is these new ones are a bit quick. I don't know whether I'm always going to be able to get in line with them to hit them because they're so fast and my one's so slow. I mean, there's not even any score or anything like that from what I could except. Oh, come on, I hit that. Oh, a bit of a grisly death. Oh, yeah, there's a score. It's just it doesn't show on the screen. Well, I'll commend them for having different types of sharks in there. They're all pretty much all the same in the NES version. It's just that the later ones were as fast as hell, so they were nigh on impossible to hit sometimes. and some sharks and jellyfish would just appear out of nowhere and disappear as quick off the screen almost a fraction of a second later. But yeah, this 1993, and at the time of recording this, I still haven't seen anything concrete just to give an idea of how much this Sega Genesis Action 52 compilation actually cost. I mean, it's a bit different for the NES version. I actually saw pictures and other things that had the price imprinted on the actual packaging. Oof, crikey. Whereas I've yet to find an equivalent for the Genesis version. Oh, now you got something different. You got wobbly jellyfish, and some of them seem to be following me. Sort of, or maybe not, or maybe some. I don't know. I've gone beyond caring. This is so dull that my brain cells are actually about to spontaneously combust. And another problem is that you can't shoot through an exploding shark, so there's something directly behind it, then you're going to have a problem hitting it. And if the first one's very close to you, then the chances are you're going to get hit and decompose. God, this is so boring. I really hope this didn't cost 199 USD or the equivalent back in 1993, the way the NES equivalent did, because and it'd be even worse if it cost more, given it's a 16-bit machine being released for here, because especially as one or two of the games weren't even games. I mean, Sketch, for instance, that's a bit of a reach to call that a game. It's just oh, come on. Oh, God. Why? Active Enterprises. Did they really think that giving sharks from the NES a bit of a lick of paint and some additional colours was going to make it a better game? Because I assure you it doesn't. And that jellyfish went out the water. And you can still only fire one harpoon at a time. Well, at least you don't get killed by dying enemies, because that really would have pissed me off. God, it's getting a bit busy. I'm running out of space. Well, it's not as boring as the NES version. At least they aren't at the time. So at this moment, I've only had one section in which I've been left waiting for something to appear to shoot. So it's got that in its favour, but that's about it. It's still not a great game for 1993, though. I mean, it barely have passed for entertainment in 1983. I mean, Durrell Software's Scuba Diver, things from that sort of era, and even though it's not the greatest game in the world, it's blooming more enjoyable than this. Oh God. Oh, actually, maybe that's a good thing because I'm getting fed up with that now. So that was Sharks. Apart from it having far fewer occasions in which you were just left waiting around for something to appear to shoot, it doesn't really add anything to the equivalent that appeared on the NES compilation of Action 52. Graphics understandably a bit better now it's in 16-bit, but it's still on the usual problem of it not being up to snuff for a game from 1993. And even although the things like rising bubbles and the shoals of fish add a bit more atmosphere to the proceedings and the rippling of the water surface, but those don't really affect the gameplay. Sound is the usual boring, uninteresting crap, and still got the same kind of scream as in a lot of the other games when you lose a life. Gameplay, same problem, dull and repetitive, and I don't know how much more I could have taken of that had I not lost that last life, because it was just, I don't know. It falls below average whichever way you look at it, and yeah, it's not. This is yet another one that isn't going to yank your crank for long. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope to catch you in another one soon. Texie88 out.